Hello everyone, this is a new tutorial about AIGC, AI generated content, and I will talk more on image-based video generation and image-based 3D model generation using a large number of AI apps. So first, let's talk a little bit what is AI generated video. Here are some examples from my Architecture Studio 4001. The other, I think, is about 1 year ago. So the students designed the building using AI. I believe this is a combination of Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, Korea, and Prime AI. So once we have the image, we can using the image to produce animation. In this case, I'm using a AI tool called AirLab. You can Google and find the website. By adding a text prompt, you can instruct the camera movement, such as zoom in, zoom out, orbit, pan. So these are the very standard keywords you can animate the camera. Here's another slide with 3 examples of using Sora, which is also another video based AI. You can use image with a very similar approach, text prompt. But in this case, I think the consistency from the image has been a little bit different from the previous one. So the AI actually reimagined the building, even I gave exactly the same reference image. So when you're using the AI to generate the animation, fly-throughs, you want to try different AI tools. Some of them are very good at with character animation, humans, conversation-based. Some are really good at with like a cartoon style. So you have to try all of them. So this is another example. I use AirLab. I think this is AI from China. You can just simply give instruction of camera zoom. Okay. All right. And here is tons of available AI video production tools. Besides Sora, there are Flux, Clean, Runway, Prom AI, Video AirLab. I believe Hunyuan also have one. So if you are not really want to learn every single one or try every single one, you can actually using a website called OpenArt. So here if you click, you can actually open the page. I will show you really quick. It's basically is a collection of many different AI tools. I just need to find out where the page is opened. All right, it's here. All right, so by doing so, you are actually through the module. This is actually the different kind of training tools for the video production. So here I have Clean, you have one, View 3, Video, Runway, Pixverse, Hunyuan. So these are actually really good model. You can check it out. I don't think they have Sora here because it's a part of OpenAI. But feel free, you can play with these multiple AI modules and see which one is better. Okay, so back to the slide. I think over time we're gonna probably modify the list. Every week there's a new AI video tools available pop up in the market. It's really hard to track, but OpenArt gives you a collection of them. Also, you can Google these names. I will show you a really quick process how to do this. If you are not, want to spend hours, days to dig by yourself. So basically, you need generate an AI image first, right? In this case, I'm using my Zaha Hadid style building, which is come from text prompt. I did this with Stable Diffusion. There's an old tutorial you can watch how I did this by diffusion. So basically generate this really nice high resolution image. So I like it very much. Then I bring this image into one of the AI tool called Prom AI, which has a ability to take an image and give simple instructions like orbit camera and zoom in. Then you have the image. So that's it. Take a few credit. If you manage your free credit, you can get pretty decent video free. no charge. Okay, so this is the Prom AI. So let me just show you really quick since we have the page right here. So basically, if you log in, then you go to here. There's a bunch of AI tools, right? And then you go to there's a video-based image to video, right? If you go here, then you can, for example, in my case, I just added this Zaha style building here with the text prompt. Then you click generate. I think I have consumed all my credit, but you can definitely pay kind of higher resolution, longer animation. So that's definitely doable. Okay, so this is the image to video. I do want to mention there's quite a few other styles of animation you can generate with AI. So there's one style quite popular. It's called morphing. You can use a prompt travel to create this kind of morphing animation. So let me play. You can get an idea. This is a project I did quite a long time ago for a Blink exhibition. So here you can see, well, the resolution is pretty bad. Let me just open with a browser. Okay. So let me play here. So this animation basically is a kind of combination of hundreds of individual images. It's all produced by Stable Diffusion. You can create multiple prompts, generate multiple images, right? So these images serve as a key shot. And then AI is able to produce the transition from one image to another. So as a result, you have this very gradient, smooth morphing from one stage to another. I think it's a pretty powerful way if you quickly want to compress design iterations into a continuous loop, right? And you can allow people to pause at any time. This is a wonderful way. You can create this, permutation of many different variables. The same idea, you can create a different style of the building. They can create this kind of hallucination type of space, or dream-like space. Yeah, I think is a powerful way. Okay, so I have the link to the Blink exhibition in a slide. Feel free to click. So here's another example I did for another exhibition. This is a part of the Ohio River, Cincinnati and Ohio River exhibition last year, actually this year. So I did animation to morph the stable diffusion image from different time. Kind of the prompt is show Ohio or Cincinnati in different time, from purely hunter-gathering nature environment to industrial to contemporary. So AI produced all the images and also smooth transition. I did this through this called 360 panorama. So the images actually can be wrapped around into a sphere. If you're using VR headset, you get this immersive view. So I will show you the other video really quick. Yeah, this is the morphing animation. So after the industrial evolution to the green, sustainable city, sci-fi, cyberpunk city, then it's going back to the nature. Yeah, this is a loop. Okay, so this is 360 in YouTube. So here I can drag, I can kind of view this from different angles. If you actually look this in VR, it's super cool. It always feels like time lapse. You are in a time travel machine and you observe how the world is changing in a very rapid way. Yeah, that's a 360. Okay. I think that's it about the video-based AI tools. So how you guys will have time to dig into. At least I think for the image to video fly through, they should be easy to do. And here I give you a cluster of, I think it's really cool artist work posted in Instagram. You guys feel free to check it out. And also have a video tutorial. This is done by Team Fu on YouTube. I think it's really nice. So this will be very nice one to give you inspirations. Okay, so check it out. All right, the next topic I want to cover, this is relatively more complicated, is using AI to generate image and then translate image into 3D model. Okay, the reason I put S here is you can take multiple shots, front, side, back. You can use multiple image to create a 3D model. I think this could be very cool if the model is not symmetric or it looks different from different side. You can do multiple. So again, today there are the tons of these AI tools allow you to do this. For example, Triple has been in the market for a long time. Rodin is relatively new. Trellis, Hunyuan is from China, really powerful. So any of them, if you click, you can find a kind of similar interface where you can upload images, then you can generate a 3D model. Okay, so they're all very, very similar. So for example, if I go to Trellis, this is one I used more frequently. So click that, and I can see the web page, and then I can go to demo. Then I'm able to upload the images and generate a 3D. So it's super robust. Okay. I'm not sure if we should try now. Yeah, maybe I will just go back here later after I show you a few other slides. I think it's important to understand some cleanup work you have to do before you put the image into 3D. So this is usually what I do. I'm using the this Zaha Hadid style tower as example. Before I transfer this to image to 3D, I usually do some cleanup work, right? Because if you do have trees, vehicles, people, right, background, cityscape, it will make AI very confusing. What exactly is a 3D model you want to do? So usually I will do some cleanup work. Of course, this can be done in Photoshop, right? If you're good at this Photoshop, you can do it. You can also use AI tools to do this kind of work. So for example, this is the interface we did with, this is called Comfy UI. Is a way you can create a network of parameters. Then you can, I will actually drag a window here, you can see it. I'm using my remote machine to demonstrate. So you can create a cluster of nodes, kind of like Grasshopper, and then you can load an image as input. Then you have some text prompt. In this case, the text prompt is clean up the model, remove the texture, ambient light, make a very smooth clay-like kind of style. Remove people, railings, background, water, and trees. Right. So the goal is when you run this in Comfy UI, you are able to use this input image, produce this white color clay model. I think this works pretty nice. However, this is actually not available directly. I'm using, I think it's a Flux model to run. Yeah, this is Flux. Right, you can see this is a Flux model. All right, so if you want to do it by yourself, not using Photoshop, right? You want to do a little bit, automatic way. You could try some AI tools. Some tools are better than others. For example, I use DAI because I have OpenAI GPT. This is kind of free. So I give this Zaha tower there and then ask the AI to clean up. I think this one, the AI is trying to reimagine the tower instead of keep the original shape. So it's a little bit difficult to maintain the original look. So that's from DAE. I also tried this same approach using Prompt AI. This one is actually works pretty well. No, this is the text prompt I used, and I used the the magic editor. I will show you. This one I think it works quite nice. So here, if I go to Prompt AI and then I go to AI tools, there's one called Magic Editor. Right? This one is not really try to reimagine the shape. You have to just load in the original image, then you give a prompt, then you click generate. It will give you this really nice clean model. I think the Magic Editor is something worth to try. Okay, so that's the interface I captured, and here's a text prompt. Hey, so with yeah, another feature I like is it generates multiple solutions, which allow you to try find the best result. So here, let me see if I can show the multiple. I think it's probably yeah. I think I oh no, I didn't close it. Okay, so these are three examples, right? So it's all generated by Prompt AI. So the question is which one is better for image to 3D? In my opinion, if you can read the shape, if there is a clear edge, quite visible, this is good, right? You try to avoid anything blurry or any kind of confusing shadows. And also the Prompt AI logo, if I have time, I will remove this in Photoshop. So this is some cleanup work you can do. I think eventually I use a second image. I think this one is a pretty nice illustrated curved shape. So I bring that into the trellis. All right, so in trellis, you basically is a Hugging Face page. Again, I provided the link here. You guys can just one click. Our actually is here. Did I put trellis? Okay, here, trellis. Okay. So when you open trellis, you can basically load that gray color clay model in, and then you can do image to 3D. Right, that's really cool. So here I will show you quickly the result. Right. So after I did the trellis image to 3D, I generated, and then I can generate. Make sure you click the button. You can generate two type of model. One is a GLB, which is a standard mesh or triangle network. Another format is a Gaussian. You can download both. Once I got the GLB model, you see it's actually pretty nice. The program try to imagine the back of this tower and try to keep the consistency. So it's not symmetric, but is try to follow the same style, right? You could argue if I maybe upload two images, this could works better. Maybe no, you should try. So I got the GLB model. I also download the Gaussian model. Gaussian is a volumetric model. It's not really based on the triangles. So I will show you. For GLB, it's very easy. You can input the GLB into Rhino. So this is Rhino model, right? You see, it is based on the triangles. You can tell. I think it came out pretty nice, even though I think on the back is not consistent. But from this view, it looks very close to what I have produced with Stable Diffusion. That's a 2D image. So here the 3D is pretty cool. I like it. Okay, so this is a GLB file. Another file is a Gaussian, right? If I download. So Gaussian file is unique. You can't really open Gaussian directly or manipulate in Rhino, but you can bring Gaussian to other engines. Usually the game engine will take Gaussian very nicely. So here's a screenshot in Unreal Engine, which is a very popular engine. I put a Gaussian model of Zaha Tower, and also I have Eiffel Tower from Paris there. This is actually generated by text prompt, Eiffel Tower. So yeah, that's how the Gaussian model can be used. And also you can push the model into 3D print. This is a project from a student last year. So you can take the GLB, clean up, make sure it's watertight, then you do a 3D print. You can also push the model into WebGL. This is something we will do actually in this semester to push it into the web interface. So here's the example called Webverse. Webverse. So I have this module in. So let's take a look. Okay. So I have basic navigation. Turn off the sound. Okay, so you see on the wall I have some AI generated images. Right, it's pretty nice, morphing. And here I have another AI generated animation, pretty nice. And I put a few 3D furniture in this world. Maybe I just switch to the first person view. Okay, and also I have this 3D head, which is also from image to 3D. And then if I press V again, I'm switch to third person. Here's a Gaussian model, which is really smooth. Yeah, yeah. The key point is if you're not doing Gaussian, if you just use GLB, which is a triangle based, you won't get this kind of smoothness because it's very difficult to render smooth or geometries like a feather or leaves. But here you see when I got pretty close, instead of see the triangles, I see the Gaussian model. They are very good to show these complicated structures. Okay, so this is the one example. You can quickly publish your AI model to online game engine, and then you can interact. It's fully 3D. Okay, so that's the benefit to have a true 3D model. Back to the slide. Yeah, I think this is all for the lecture today. I hope you learned something new. You know, AI to video, AI to 3D, and then bring 3D to other program like Rhino or game engine or online metaverse. All right, let's stop the recording.